Yo, yo, yo. So, um, let me get something straight. Granted, I'm young, very young, but what it took to get me to where I am today, where I can stand, well, sit, but be here as who I am looking at this screen as a man who has done righteously, not all the time, but has done righteously with the greatest of intentions and really sought out his life. It wasn't easy. I had went through periods of serious doubt, like manic phases where I feel like I had to leave, very unsafe, and at the same time some of the warming, most caring and enthusiastic moments of my life as well. And this is all just from my graduation onward. So I have to just say that time is full of so much potential, so much just information. There's so much to experience in life, especially in a short amount of time. Just knowing that sometimes each moment can be your last. I have been in so many near death experiences, be it by car crash, be it by just law interaction, be it by regardless of self harm. Like I played that victim role for a while. I've gotten tired of it. I've played the defiant role. I've played so many roles in families that have been dysfunctional. I've tried to play roles of just families that were like prosperous, and each role that I took myself upon brought me new lessons and new skills, new understandings, new perspectives of life and its reality. Because in this experience that we call life, there is no real right and wrong. Like it really depends on how you're seeing things. And if you can empathize towards that person's viewpoint and agree with their decision making. And just becoming a person that can understand that and intuitively like get the gist off the bat and then be like, okay, and move forward. That took a lot of work. It took a lot of searching for behaviors, understanding that I'm not just a person. I'm not just a kid that just graduated high school and works some part-time jobs and isn't really sure on where he's going and is fine with that. No, that's not me. Um, I actively tried to figure out what life was. Tried to do what was responsible because that was instilled in me since I was young. Like, be responsible. Like, you sacrifice, do all these things. And granted, it uh, it molded me towards something like that, but it can stay a mold. It's not a seed. It's not anything with real potential. It's like a wisp. It's like, okay, that way, wherever that way is, whatever. How big is that direction? Can I make moves in between there? Is there leeway? Is there no? There's so much variable. But to stand where I've stood, to stand where I've stood, to say what I've said, and to intuitively know it's taken a lot of work. It's taken a lot out of me, and it wasn't alone. I had a lot of people that both negatively and positively aided in this progression. Either way, I learned something, and I'm grateful for it. Like I have no hate, no spite, no jealousy, no guilt, no regret for anything anymore at this point in my life. Like whatever happened happened. I'm just happy I'm here right now. I'm happy that I'm able to understand what had happened then rather than being blind to the root causes of what's going on. Being able to see not just myself through the screen, but see myself looking at what is going on and through the screen seeing the reflection and recognizing who is actually in the frame. Took a lot to get here. And I'm not just doing this for me, because I know that my skills, my understanding, my viewpoints, and my attachment feelings, whatever you want to call it, can be used elsewhere, and I can actually benefit other people. I can aid. I can actually be something. Men are valued for their capabilities. Well, I'm trying to be capable, because I seek validation, external validation, external appreciation, to be appreciated and valued. I'm guilty of it. I'm not perfect. I mean, I'm working on my self-confidence as well, but I've understood that that external can be a boost. So it's not terribly bad. I can still fix me in the meantime. And either way, it's going to benefit both of us. So I don't see no wrong. And that's all just personal life. That's all nothing really financial. Granted, you might need finances to gain the materials, resources needed in order to help that person, but or that organization or whatever's going on in the future, whatever that may be. But it's never really rooted with how much money you have, because money's just a tool like anything else. It's a resource. Granted, we need it for a lot of things, but it's not costing me a dime to record this and post it online. Maybe someone that actually sees this will be inspired by whatever I post, or actually appreciate something. Maybe I'll change somebody's day. That didn't cost a dime, but it's invaluable nonetheless. That is what I appreciate most. And I'm just happy that I'm moving forward, especially at my young age. Like, there's so much that I understand. Kind of, like, I understand a little of. I'm furthering my expanse of knowledge, my view, so that way I can see a broader image. I'm just really trying, man. I made a goal for myself a long time ago. Probably the same summer that I had graduated high school. I was like, I want to grow. I want to grow. Like, I'm not in college, so I'm not around a social setting where I feel like I have to be like this for someone. I have to entertain. I have to perform. I understood now that that's called ego, and when unchecked can rule your life, and then you understand life only through that way, because that's how you've lived your life the majority of your life throughout that viewpoint. And it becomes a lot harder to break a habit when it's become your reality, because then you go through this whole mind shake, and it's just like, whoa. And a lot of people can't handle that huge inducement of mental stress in their life, because most times we're just trying to get by day to day, week to week, make it to the next check to pay bills. We can't afford that serious shift on reality, especially in our later years. So I understood that, and I was like, if I'm gonna go for it, I gotta go for it now. That's where time is crucial. That's where it's like, you understand where you are, where you could be, and if you want to make that sacrifice and change. So I did, and it went me for a loop. I went down rabbit holes and all sorts of things. I got led this way, that way, and which way. And I had to find the self-discipline in order to stop where I needed to stop, and understand that my direction can change vicariously. So I'm just grateful for the now. I'm grateful for the moment. I'm grateful for every second and every breath. I don't know when tomorrow will be my last, and I'm fine with that. I made my terms, because I'm here for life. I'm not here for death. I'm here for life. I'm doing my best to remove all barriers, all chains, all ties, and all, what would you want to call it? Involvements to anything that could deter me from my own true point. It's very scary that way too, because you can lose a lot of social skills, a lot of certain motor skills that would be normally practiced when you're in a greater setting that isn't in full control of you. So that's partially of the sacrifice that I have to just accept and just move forward with. But in the end, I feel like what I'm seeking towards is worthy, if not more worthy, than whatever I put down and whatever I set aside. I'm just happy that I'm here. So, peace. Yo.